Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rifgal. Today we're going to be starting another RPG. One of the best RPGs ever. One of my favorites. Super Mario RPG for Super Nintendo. Released in 1996 by Squaresoft. Now Square Enix. Kind of the predecessor to the Mario and Luigi games that have been put out since, and the Paper Mario games. The enemies in this area actually don't give experience, so we're going to not spend a ton of time on them. Talk a little bit more about the random battles as it goes here. Enemies do appear on the overworld, so they are skippable if we need. And get a showdown with Bowser right off the bat. So, oops, totally pushed the wrong one. So, we need to do 100 damage to the chain. What you saw there you saw a couple things there all at once. One is timed hits. You may have noticed there's a little bit of an animation when he lands with the jump, when he does a physical hit, and timed hits do more damage. Basically, you push A or Y at the correct time, and you do better than you would if you just did the menu. So it's got this little interactive element. There's also a timed element when you take damage, which you saw when he was kind of ducking when Bowser attacked. So Mario has saved the princess, and then before we can even get her untied, you see a giant sword plunge into Bowser's Keep. And we get our title screen. Let's see, 7 star fragments fall. Mario is thrown out from Bowser's Keep to his pad. It's actually called Mario's pad, otherwise I wouldn't have said it that way. This is also just a great time to point out, this was a very late Super Nintendo release, and the 3D modeling used and the graphics in this, the animation, is all really good. And Mario in particular is very expressive. He doesn't actually talk, he fills the silent protagonist role. But... okay, so he's gonna force us to save here. We're gonna head back towards Bowser's Keep. The Smithy Gang. He collapses the bridge. And we are forced to flee. See Mario playing a game of charades. Mario plays a lot of charades in this since he is the silent protagonist. Okay, so he's gonna offer us some tutorials. Do you know about timed hits? Yes. Better watch it. He knows about timed hits. He's gonna punch your lights out. And the Goomba runs away. We get 3 more mushrooms, which are basic healing items, and we're gonna head to the first real area. Now, as we go through this area, we're going to have some random fights. One thing worth mentioning here is we've got the jump as a special move. Jump gets stronger every time you use it. So we're going to kind of alternate using it as we go through here. I should probably get into one of these random fights and... yeah, okay, we'll use this Goomba fight. So, I mentioned timed hits, since I didn't do the tutorial. I'm just gonna go ahead and show. So, when I do attack, you can, or when you have your menu up, do either X, Y, B, or A. And in this case, I'm gonna do A. If I don't push the button, Mario just does a straight punch there. If I push the button at the right time, he does that little two-hit combo. Which does more damage. Most attacks in this game, by you or the enemies, have timing to them. So you can either defend against them or you can either defend against them or do more damage with your attacks. We'll get into some really ridiculous timing later. I'm just going to do a couple more fights as we go through this area here. Since they're pretty easy, we're not getting a lot of experience or anything from them, but the enemies go down in one hit pretty much, so it's not like it's a big deal. I will also say the timing on your defense is not set in stone. There's a couple different tiers to it. So you may have noticed sometimes I take 0 from a hit from a Goomba, sometimes I'll take, that's what it looks like when you don't time it. Sometimes you take 0, sometimes you take 2 when you defend. And that's just because of that, variable timing. So if I don't do well, that's why, or that's what happens. Get these annoying little spinny flowers. Every 2 times you use the jump, it powers up by 1 degree. So if there's not anything over here. We want to rescue Toad multiple times, or we have to rescue Toad as we go through here to get a special item from him. The flower tab. So that mushroom we just picked up is a basically a full heal. And that was terrible timing, and if I do that again, I'm dead. There we go. Okay, so all of his stats go up a little bit, and then we get to pick an extra bonus. Usually, one of these is going to be a little bit more of a boost than the others. In this case, looks like Magic Attack is the big boost, which I'm okay with, because Mario's jump is very powerful. There we go. Do we not? Not sure what I was thinking of. Okay, we're gonna use the flower tab. So that's going to raise our maximum flower points by 1. Flower points are basically MP in other systems. That should take the first one out. The second one powers up when we do that. We're just going to use jump 2 more times, most likely. Might take a little bit more. There we go. And we got a flower jar out of that. Okay, he's gonna take off. we're going to equip the hammer. I'm gonna save the flower jar because when you use those, it actually refills your flower points to max. And I'm actually gonna wander back to Mario's pad real quick because there is a hidden item here in the first section. I have not played this game in forever, and I would feel really dumb if I missed the... There's literally one shot at getting this item, and I'm gonna save before we get there, just in case. Since we've already completed the Mushroom Way, we don't have to go through it again. So we can jump all the way to straight to Mushroom Kingdom here. Okay. There we go. I'm happy. Literally, if you don't get that treasure chest at the very beginning here, you just don't get it. So... Mario does some very elegant charades. Okay. We get asked to save the princess. Got a map. Keeps interrupting right as we start walking away. This is kind of a tutorial, but also just nice to get refilled quick and to get a few more coins. Okay. We see a little puffball chasing a crocodile around. Tries to make the jump and fails. And starts crying. Okay. So Mallow asks us to help and joins our party. I will also mention right there, when we talk to this person, so he's prompts us with something like this. Look what you're standing in. We can't actually progress the dialogue or anything. You have to jump. There's a lot of little prompts like that that require you to jump. It's kind of cool. So hopefully you're realizing what is so appealing about this game as we're going on here. Okay, we're gonna go ahead real quick here, grab a shirt, pants, jump shoes, and an extra honey syrup. Sounds good. Oop. Jump shoes give bonuses to a couple stats. You can see their defense, magic attack, magic defense, and also let us jump on spinies, which we normally can't. I want to say there's something hidden in here, and I can't remember exactly where it is. I know there's at least one more down here, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah. We'll take a look later. I don't get it here soon. There are a lot of hidden chests in this world. Okay. That leads us to Bandit's Way. And we are going to use this save point and call this for our first video. And do a little bit of grinding before we go fight Krako. I started saying something there and got interrupted, so hopefully at this point you're seeing kind of the appeal of this game. It looks pretty good for considering how early the 3D is. Like, it doesn't have that blockiness to it that, I mean, even something as big as Final Fantasy VII on a more advanced system has that really blocky quality. This has that nice roundedness to it that feels like good 3D. The platforming is actually all pretty solid. It gives you that shadow so you can see where you're actually jumping. And the shadow actually changes as you jump, which is really impressive for the time. But most of all, it has a battle system that has a cool interactive element. There's not a lot of games that have something like that timed hit system. There's some, but not a lot. And even the ones that do, it's not always both ways. Like Shadow Hearts Covenant and or Shadow Hearts and Legend of Dragoon. It's while you're attacking, not while you're defending, typically. But yeah, it's kind of neat and makes the battles more interesting. The other thing is the humor. This game does not take itself too seriously by any means. It is fun and funny and silly. It can be challenging at times, but it's not hard necessarily. And it's very much an approachable RPG. It doesn't have a lot of the problems that most people associate with RPGs, like the repetitive battles where you have you know, just pick off the menu. So, yeah. One of my favorites. We're going to play through it. Hopefully you are enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one.